So the lady boss and I are sitting through this movie the other night called Waiting for the Barbarians. It stars Mark Rylance, Robert Pattinson, and Johnny Depp here as a very starched and gaunt and very drained and weathered looking colonel. And he reminded me of something. Oh, the movie was terrible, by the way, but he reminded me of Kritza the Rat Prince, which is the new model revealed by Games Workshop for their Warhammer Quest Cursed City game. Let's talk about it. My name is WarbossTae, and I do miniature painting here on YouTube. If that's something you might be interested in, hit that subscribe button. Today we're talking about Kritza, what he was revealed as in the New Model Monday article by Warhammer Community, and we're going to talk a little bit about my thoughts on how to paint him and just my overall impression of him. So, right off the bat, I like how different he is from other vampire models. He doesn't look like your classical Von Karstein model with the red armor and the sharp bat wings. He's got no batty things on him. His aesthetic is rats, because he was a human noble, which you can kind of tell by his clothing that he's trying to recapture that old opulence. But when his rebellion against Radikar the Wolf failed, he was chomped by the big vampire and then left for dead. The only way he got away was by climbing into one of Lewis's pimp carts, the corpse cart, and he just pretended to be dead. They kept piling bodies on, and the rats came in and started chewing everything up, and Radikar's blood kiss, aka Radikar mauling him but not killing him, turned him slowly into a vampire. But with the rats all around him, he was developing all these weird abilities. Like, now he can turn himself into a swarm of giant rats. He wears all these rat things, and he's just a rat. Which is a great contrast to all the bat things that we've been seeing. So it's an interesting story, interesting backstory for a vampire. It's nothing that I've ever heard of, and we always hear that vampire, one of their abilities classically is that they can turn into lots of little things like bats or rats or bugs. So it's cool that you have a vampire who is all about that. So as he slowly evolved, yep, you can see he feasted on the blood of the rats he found gnawing on the corpses stowed alongside him. And he realized that he had been turned into a vampire, but because he was eating and feeding on the rats, that's how he got his abilities. Weird story, still pretty cool. And like I said, you look at his face, he looks like a character that Johnny Depp would play, very gaunt and pale-skinned. And I like that the black and red of his outfit is a nice contrast to the earthy tones, that Steel Legion drab of the rat skins hanging off of his shoulder. So I would paint him, or I would prime him in black, and then I would go to town with the Steel Legion drab on all the rats, and use Rakarth flesh on his skin. For his hair, I'd do Celestra Gray, streak it with some darker gray tones, and the metals would be how I would normally paint metals. The interesting thing that I think is most creepy about this character are the numerous rat tails coming out of the back. And the simplest way that you could do that would be Bugman's flesh, which is a nice pinkish color, and then you do those little lines with white paint, but paint some gloss paint or hard coat over, and that'll give you that shiny, creepy rat tail look. Ugh, love it, so gross. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button before you go, and leave me a comment down below. Are you thinking of picking up this box set? Would you pay the rumored 300 plus US American dollars, or whatever the currency would be where you are, the equivalent of 300 American dollars, to pick up this box set? A lot of people are saying that's too much money. That's not going to be worth the value of what you get in the box. But then if you consider that the models can be used in other Age of Sigmar games, then that might be an interesting proposition. You break down what the models would be charged as separately, right? And this Kritza model, what's the most you would pay for this Rat Prince model? Would you pay $20 for him? I probably would. Would you pay $35? Would you pay $40? I don't think I would pay $40. I might pay $30 for this particular villain model. And then when you consider that he's just one of how many villain models, and then you've got the vampires, the other vampires, and the skeletons, and the vampire ogre guys that we saw. There are so many models in this box that if they could be used in other Age of Sigmar games, might be worth it. And plus, you've got the hero models. There's just the question of how much are you going to be willing to pay in this day and age in our current economy for a game like Warhammer Quest Cursed City. Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Latest, players!
What up, players? Gandalf the Grey, up in Dismar. Support WarbossTae Studios. For now, more than ever, Hobbiton is in desperate need of heroes. Heroes like Daniel Sprinkle, Scrag Fist, Brad 94H, Pigs, Dicey Guy, Play It Painted, and Logan Swanson.